Hey, welcome to part 4, the final part of my top 80 cartoon intros. Hope you're enjoying it up to now. So here we are at number 19, which is Rugrats. Rugrats was created by Mark Mothersbaugh, who is the lead singer of Devo, my favourite band of all time, ever. And it's just a great, catchy little tune, dead simple, but it's strange that it's so simple, but it's so memorable as well. So, Rugrats, number 19. At 18 is one of my favourite cartoons of all time, Ren and Stimpy. It was so hard to put them at 18 because I love Ren and Stimpy so much, but there's so many other songs, so it did get pushed back a bit, but I still love Ren and Stimpy so much. And again, the music isn't, there's no lyrics and no catchiness, but if you heard it, you know who it is instantly because it's so memorable to those characters and everything. So yeah, Ren and Stimpy. At 17 is Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
Sometimes some crime goes slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small. When you need help, just call.
Absolutely brilliant Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. The show was really fun, and the intro was one of those intros that it was just so memorable when you was a little kid that it was in your top 5. When you was a kid, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers was probably one of the top ones that you'd sing along to because it was so good. At 16 is Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing Duck of mystery, chippy on the right, swoops out of the shadows, Darkwing on the night. Somewhere some villain schemes, but his numbers up.
I was such a massive fan of Darkwing Duck when it came out. I had the figures and everything, and it was all because of that song. I mean, the cartoon was really good quality and really fun and everything, but it was that intro music. It was so dark and sneaky and then fun and then crazy, and then it just had a bit of everything, and it was so much fun, and I loved singing along to it as well. So great, Darkwing Duck.
3, 2, 1. Darkwing Duck. When there's trouble, you call me Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous.
Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck.
At 15 is Duckula, but not the intro, the outro.
If you're feeling all you kind of could be your man up with. If your knees go and your teeth go, maybe you bumped into.
Yeah, just listen to it. It's so crazy and fun, and I love it so much. So the outro for Duckula is brilliant.
If your heart goes or your mind goes, man, you had a rush with. So watch out for the, beware of the, and pray you'll never meet with.
Duckula, Count Duckula.
14 is The Mask.
With my winning smile, I'm a living lesson in flair and style. You just can't help but stare at my savoir-faire. I'm Nouveau, Deco, Roman, Greco, Rococo, Baroque, Bebop, hip-hop, flip-flop. Somebody stop me!
When the Mask movie came out, I fell in love with it instantly. I ended up getting comics and toys and everything of the Mask. I loved it so much. So when the cartoon came out, I nearly exploded when the cartoon came out, and I loved it so much. And again, it's one of those ones you can sing along to. I love sing-along songs. So I used to sing along to it all the time, and the cartoon was really good as well. I really loved it. And it's just that song though. It's so funky and catchy and groovy, and you see all the bits that the Mask is doing in the intro. It's just really fun. So the Mask, I love it.
Villains and their duels had better learn to decorate prison cells. Gringos with anything if they ask. See? Well, there's one last thing I gotta sing about. Open up wide and really shout. Oh, look out! This is the Mask. Smoking.
At 13 is Earthworm Jim.
Earthworm Jim.
The soil he did crawl,
Earthworm Jim.
a super suit did fall. Jim was just a dirt-eating, chewy length of worm flesh, but all that came to a crashing end.
Earthworm Jim.
He's such a groovy guy.
Earthworm Jim.
He rockets through the sky.
I used to play the Mega Drive game, or Genesis game, or SNES game. It was out for loads of consoles. But I used to play the game quite a lot as a kid, and I just loved, when the cartoon came out, I loved it so much. It was so much fun. Just that intro music, it's just, again, it's very 90s. You couldn't do it in any other period because it was so wacky and crazy and over the top. And it was just great. It was such a fun song, so that's why it's up there.
Cruising through the universe, having lots of fun. Here comes Earthworm Jim, you know that he's a mighty one. Despite his great big muscles and his really big ray gun, Jim is still an earthworm, but then he's the only one with a super suit to make him really super strong. Jim can be a winner if we only sing along.
At 12 is Dragon Ball Z. This is such a good song. It's one of those ones that pumps you up so much for the episodes, and it's so action packed, and it really shows, you know, what Dragon Ball Z is. It's fighting and powers and all this kind of stuff. So it's just the music's so good, just the little guitar bits and how heavy and rocky it is, and it's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest ones of all time. That's why it's quite high up on my list, because Dragon Ball Z, the cartoon is brilliant, and just that song. I didn't really like the other Dragon Ball intros and songs. They're alright, but they're not as, because it's supposed to be like, you know, screaming and jumping and crying and battering and stuff like that. So that song goes perfectly with what Dragon Ball Z is, and I love it. At number 11 is Bucky O'Hare.
Another dimension, another time and space. A parallel universe is falling on its face. When out of the chaos, who else could it be but the animal adventurers from SPACE? Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare! Mutants and aliens and toads beware! You're looking for adventure? Well, this is it! With Jenny, Jedi, Blinky, and Willie to win. I said Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare!
If you've seen in a previous episode of the show, I have Bucky O'Hare figures. I had Bucky O'Hare figures when I was a kid. I've got Bucky comics. I loved Bucky as a kid so much, and it was brilliant. So it had to be up near the top 10 for me, because it's such a good intro song. It's action packed. It really pumps you up for the episodes ahead. So it's another one that does really well with the lyrics and everything. So it has to be up there, Bucky O'Hare.
In the battle of the universe, you don't know what's next. You only know amphibians are made it complex. When you check out your scanner and the evil that it poses, there's only one course of action. Let's cook us some toast. Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare. He goes where no ordinary rabbit would dare. If your righteous indignation has suffered a hit, and your photon accelerator's broken a bit, and you're losing your mind, and you're having a fit, get the funky fresh rabbit who can take care of it. Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare.
Right, we're in our top 10 now, so here we go. At number 10 is Animaniacs.
It's time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. So just sit back and relax, you'll laugh when you collapse. We're Animaniacs. Come join the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister Dot. Just for fun we run around the Warner movie lot. They lock us in the tower whenever we get caught. But we break loose and then got loose, and now you know the plot.
Another one of those just crazy 90s cartoon. You couldn't do it in any other period other than the 90s. It was so over the top and wacky, and it was the Warner Brothers and the Warner Sister Dot. And it was great. It was such an amazing cartoon. It was funny, and it's still funny today. It had loads of songs and dance and mad stuff going on in it. So Animaniacs, the catchiest song ever. It's so fun and brilliant. It's just great. So it's number 10.
We're Animaniacs. Dot is cute and Yakko yaks. Wacko packs away the snacks while Bill Clinton plays the sax. We're Animaniacs. Meet Pinky and the brain who wants to rule the universe. Put letters blocked together, slappy wax them with her purse. Button chases Mindy while Rita sings a verse. The writer's script, we had no script, why bother to rehearse? We're Animaniacs. We have pay-for-play contracts. We're zany to the max, there's baloney in our slacks. We're Animaniacs, totally insane. Here's a show's namey. Animaniacs, those are the facts.
At 9 is Tiny Toon Adventures.
We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. And in this cartoony, we're invading your TV. With comic dispensers, we crack up all the censors. Our Tiny Toon Adventures get a dose of comedy. So here's at the acres, it's a whole wide world apart. Our home sweet home extends alone, a cartoon work of
I love this intro so much. It's so much fun and over the top. And I'm a big fan of Looney Tunes as well, so when this came out, because I already liked Bugs and Daffy and all that kind of thing, so I instantly liked the show. So it was just absolutely brilliant, and it's just a crazy intro. It's brilliant.
They're furry, they're funny, they're Gus and Buster Bunny. Montana Max has money, Elmira is a pain. He's hunting and plucky, busy devil yucky. Furballs unlucky, and Go-Go is insane. And at the university we earn our tune degree. The teaching staff been getting laughs since 1933. We're tiny, we're toony, we're all a little loony. It's Tiny Toon Adventures, come and join the fun. And now our song is done.
At number 8 is Bonkers.
Once upon a time in Toontown, there was a cat that had it all. Fortune and fame, top of the game, up until he hit the wall. Now he makes a living downtown, walking on a brand new beat. Slipping through the new day, tripping on a two-way, taking down a one-way street. Beep, 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 who's that cop? Cranking up crime. Stop the clock. Hope he gets here on time.
A not very remembered Disney cartoon this. I don't know why not a lot of people remember it, but I absolutely loved Bonkers as a kid. I used to sing it all the time. I even played Bonkers. I played Bonkers, and my cousin played, I can't remember what the policewoman was called now, but we used to play Bonkers and stuff like that when I was a kid. I was that much into it, but all my friends didn't know what I was playing because they didn't really watch it. But originally Bonkers was supposed to be Roger Rabbit, but they couldn't get the licenses to use Roger Rabbit, so they used Bonkers the Bobcat.
Let's go bonkers. Yeah, totally nuts. Bonkers. No ifs, ands, or buts, bonkers. Someone's stealing the show. Casey, I gotta go. Oh, no. Bonkers. Things getting out of control. Now you're caught in a trap, ready to snap. Snapping the cap and taking a rap, but you can't hold back that wacky attack. No matter why, you're still a star. 'Cause you're bonkers. 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 Wherever you are.
it's still one every so often I'll just start singing for no reason because the song's just dead wacky and crazy. So I love it so much. So that's why it's so far up there. It's brilliant. At number 7 is Freakazoid.
Super team extraordinaire, Freakazoid, Freakazoid, underground and underwear, Freakazoid, Freakazoid. Guess who's Washington DC? Freakazoid, Freakazoid, and a something better sound to me. Freakazoid, Freakazoid, his brain's overloaded, it has a chocolate coating.
There's a reason why it's so high up on my list is because of my sister Charlotte, my younger sister Charlotte, because we used to watch Freakazoid as a kid and we loved the intro so much. We used to sing along to it and have loads of fun while we're listening to it, just go crazy and stuff because it was that much fun. It was such a good intro, and the cartoon was great too. I love the cartoon Freakazoid, but I've always remembered singing along to Freakazoid with my sister Charlotte, so I have her to thank for that because that's why I love the intro so much, and it's just a great intro. So there you go.
Check out Dexter Duckus, your computer ace. When surfing on the internet, things was after cyberspace. He turned into the Freakazoid, strong and super quick. He drives up and it's crazy, cause he's a lunatic.
It's home base in the Freakaland, Freakazoid, Freakazoid, toy car bar and cats is there, Freakazoid, chimpanzee, runs around in the Freakazoid, Freakazoid, Freakazoo, hopes to make a movie deal, Freaka-me, Freaka-you.
At 6 is Inspector Gadget. It's another one that absolutely everybody knows, even if you didn't watch the cartoon. Inspector Gadget is such a famous tune, and I love it so much. I used to love Inspector Gadget, and it's so brilliant. It's great. Right, top 5 now. Number 5 is Pokemon.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test, to train them is my cause. I will travel across the land, searching far and wide. Each Pokemon to understand the power that's inside.
As some of you know, I am a massive Pokemon fan. I always have been since it came out, and it's just because Pokemon went crazy and crazy and crazy and so big, everybody knows the theme tune for it now. The original one, that is, you know. The new ones, I think they're just going to die out, but the original one is just so famous now, and you could sing the first little line to it and somebody will finish it, or everybody will finish it. You know, it's that big and it's great, and it's one of my favourite of all times. I love it so much.
It's you and me. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon, oh, you're my best friend. In a world we must defend. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em. Our hearts so true. Our courage will pull us through. You teach me and I'll teach you. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. Gotta catch 'em all. Pokemon.
And number 4 is one that I struggled so much putting at number 4, because at first it was number 1, then it went to number 2, then back to number 1, then 3, then it was so hard placing it because I love this song so much, and that is DuckTales.
Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. Race cars, lasers, aeroplanes. It's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery or rewrite history. DuckTales, woo! Every day they're out there making DuckTales, woo!
DuckTales is absolutely brilliant. I love it so much, and it's one of those ones that you can sing along to, and it's so much fun, and You can sing it to anybody and they'll sing it back. If you just shouted DuckTales somewhere, someone is bound to go, woo! Anywhere. It's just that famous and brilliant, so it's one of the greatest theme tunes of all time. And it was so hard placing it at number 4, but I had to squeeze it at number 4. So DuckTales is number 4.
Danger, watch behind you. There's a stranger out to find you. What to do? Just grab onto some DuckTales. Woo! Every day that I've been making DuckTales. Woo! Tales of daring, new, bad, and good DuckTales. Woo! Not ponytails or counting tails, no DuckTales. Woo!
At number 3 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or as we had in the UK, Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles. But I'm going to play the Ninja Turtles intro.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
They're the world's most fearsome fighting team.
We're really hip.
They're heroes in the half shell, and they're green.
Hey, get a grip.
When the evil shredder attacks, these turtle boys don't cut them no slack.
Loved Turtles as a kid so much, still love it now, collect them still now. And I used to sing the theme tune all the time. Me and my friends used to sing it all the time. And it's just so good. You can still sing it now. It's better than all the others that have been made. It is the greatest out of all the Ninja Turtles songs. It's so good, so catchy. Again, it shows all the characters off, what they do, you know. And it's brilliant. I could sing it right now, but I'm not going to. But yeah, Ninja Turtles is number 3.
Taught them to be ninja teams.
He's a radical rat.
Leonardo leads Donatello does machines.
That's a fact, Jack.
Raphael is cool but rude.
Give me a break.
Michelangelo is a party dude.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
At number 2 is Thundercats.
Thundercats!
This is one of the greatest cartoon intros of all time, but it's one of those ones that the animation is far superior than the actual cartoon's animation, and a lot of cartoons do that. It's quite, you know, naughty, but the intros are supposed to suck you in, aren't they? And as I've shown you, 80 of them have you know, took me in. So yeah, Thundercats was such a great intro, and it was action packed, showed the characters, showed what abilities they have. And just everything was happening.
Thundercats are on the move. Thundercats are loose. Feel the magic, hear the roar. Thundercats are loose. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Thunder, thunder, Thundercats.
But it was such a great intro, and it was action packed, and loads of stuff happened. And when the song starts calming down, it sort of boosts back up again. You see Mum-Ra, and oh, it's so good. It's one of the greatest songs ever. Okay, so we're at number 1. So what song do I think is the most greatest intro of all time? My opinion, so don't get angry. But yeah, my number 1 is Ghostbusters.
Something strange in the neighborhood. Who you gonna call?
huge Ghostbusters fan. I still collect the toys now. I did back then. I had them all, and I love Ghostbusters. It's so good, and it's one of the most catchiest, memorable theme tunes, I think, of all time. Even if you say in a monotone voice, who you gonna call, somebody's bound to say, or everybody again, Ghostbusters, because everybody knows it. It's just one of those catchiest songs ever, and you can sing along to it, and it's funky and it's cool, and the intro's loads of action, there's ghosts and ghouls everywhere. It's one of the greatest cartoon intros of all time ever, and I'm not afraid to say it. So yeah, that is my number one, Ghostbusters. It's so good, it's brilliant, and there you go. I really hope you enjoyed watching my top 80 cartoon intros. Please leave your ones down in the comments below. Tell me what I missed out maybe. Tell me what you think, and I'd love a video response. Maybe you could do your top 80 or your top 10 or top 20 or top 57. Anything like, do a video response. But I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really wanted to do a video like this for ages. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate subscribing. So thanks for watching. Bye.